What is good? It is your boy PVBLOGREY, and we are back with, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna call this. It's gonna have to do something with the election. But yeah, man, we back. I guess I didn't address this. I feel like I haven't yet, but as you can see, I'm in a new setup. I'm in a new place. So yeah, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit cozy, a lot more cozy. But before we get into it, man, you like what I'm doing here, man. Like, comment, subscribe and shit. But yeah, let's talk about this election. Oh shit. Let's talk about this election. This shit crazy. I called it. I guess you could say Trump called it. The election's gonna get prolonged. And here we are. Niggas is sitting at, Biden is sitting between 253 and 264 votes, electoral college votes, and Trump has been sitting between 213 and 214. The reason I'm saying between, because no one actually knows the fucking numbers. You probably don't. There's a good guess what the numbers are, but no one actually fucking knows. It's a little weird. We gonna touch on that in a second too. But I've definitely noticed this has been very fucking weird. I don't know if it's just because it's happening in the moment, but out of all the things that have happened in 2020, this happens to be one of the most suspect things I have seen. The electoral college numbers not changing in days is really fucking weird. From what I paid attention to when the election started, Trump was up when it was double digits. It was short, and Biden was under. And then that night, Biden took off. Trump got to 213, and Biden been moving from 223 to like 250, 60 something, like booming. This happened in a span of 3 days. Trump shit didn't do nothing, didn't move, stayed the same. Weird. And as you can see, the man is trying to get some type of legal representation for voter fraud that is believed to be there. And we're gonna address that shit too. I told y'all, man, the mail-in ballots, it make it easier because they've been priming y'all. I don't think y'all understand how long they've been priming y'all about this election is going to be prolonged. They told you this shit in April, that 9 times out of 10 the election is going to be prolonged. They had this COVID thing put in place, so people had to stay at home, so they're a little bit wary about going to go vote, so they could do it from the comfort of their home. Knowing this, a lot of people are going to do it. Not saying that mail-in ballots wasn't a thing, but because COVID, it's going to be more prominent than ever. Now, you have a reason to prolong this election by saying we still have to count mail-in ballots. And mail-in ballots can easily be influx, because I used to work for the elections, for the local elections here. And I'm a random ass person. They just ask me for my social security number and ID, and I show up at a fucking time and hand out fucking papers. I used to do it. I haven't done it in years, but they gave me the opportunity to drive ballots from the place that I was at to a collection area where they would count all of this shit. They gave me the responsibility, and I think I was maybe 16, 17. I could be wrong, but I was in high school doing this. It's like 16, 17 gave me the responsibility of doing this shit. So anybody can do that. And if that's the case, who's to say that they didn't already have this shit in their car by the time they left this facility to go to another facility to count these mail-in ballots? But that's just a hypothetical situation, but that's where there's some bullshit. But let's head to the internet, because this is the battleground where niggas have been losing, and this is because of misinformation. A whole lot of misinformation. But let's get into it. One second, y'all bear with me. No, that's not it. There we go. Alright. So, let's just take a look at this. We got election live in the Google search bar. And this is the results. You got Joe Biden up 264. President Trump 214. Biden literally needs 6 more points to win. He's about to do it, and I just want y'all to pay attention to what this map looks like, because yesterday this was red, this is also red, this was red, and I feel like I'm missing. I believe one of these were red, if I'm not mistaken. But Michigan, that's a little bit weird to me that Michigan ended up being a blue state. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I remember not the year before, the people giving President Trump praise for bringing back the automobile industry to Michigan, when it is left, and it left the state of Michigan impoverished. And I remember that being the thing, but they voting Joe Biden is weird. But yeah. So let's touch on this motherfucking misinformation shit, cause that's the weird shit. Cause this shit looks good. This information looks good. Only thing about it is, it's not the same as this. Let's go back. Okay. Election Arizona. Alright, so yeah. I learned this by just watching different news channels, because none of them had the same information. Nobody knows the same shit. Like, everyone's fucking guessing, or I don't know what the fuck is going on. So this is based off the Associated Press. We going on CNN right now. This is updated at 10:48 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, November 6th. Down here, November 6th is 10:51 a.m. So 3 minutes ago. And on this map, you can clearly see PA hasn't been collected yet. North Carolina hasn't been collected yet. Georgia hasn't been collected yet. Arizona hasn't been collected yet. Nevada hasn't been collected yet. I'm not sure what's going on with Michigan and Wisconsin, because it's saying right now the projected winner. This is where I'm saying the misinformation, because it's saying, you see, this the only 2 states, Wisconsin and Michigan, with the lines going through it, battleground state. I'm guessing that's probably what that represents. Biden projected winner, but they got Biden winning this, that he won the state already. So yeah, it's a bit confusing. So I'm guessing the stripes mean battleground, but it's not. That might not be it either, because Ohio is a battleground state and there's no lines going through it. Same thing with Pennsylvania. So yeah, that's their map. So as you can see, Alaska still hasn't been counted. Nevada hasn't been counted. Arizona, Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania. And this is based off CNN's map. Here we have Fox. Let me just make sure we got a time tag on this. It published 2 days ago. Last updated November 6, 2020, 10:40 a.m. Okay. And then on this map, according to Fox, Joe Biden has already won Arizona, Michigan, Wisconsin. He's up in Pennsylvania. Donald Trump has North Carolina, and it looks like Joe Biden is probably going to win Georgia, according to Fox. You see the discrepancies between this shit? It's a little bit weird. And then they don't even have the fucking numbers on here. They don't have the numbers, but that's not what's important. Just the fact there's discrepancies in the map, meaning there's probably going to be discrepancies in the numbers. Because here, Joe Biden got 253. Trump got 213. Here, 264, 214. With Arizona already being in the bag. All of these already in the bag. So, yeah, weird shit. And also what I've noticed about this weird shit is social media suppression. A lot of it. Just Instagram by itself, I wish I could show you on the phone, but I'm on my laptop. But if you go type in if you press on any hashtag, you will not see the recents for that hashtag. You know, Instagram is always giving you the option for the top post for a hashtag and the recent post for a hashtag. There's no longer any recent posts for hashtags, for any hashtags, due to the election. They'll say it at the top. That means doesn't matter if somebody puts out new information, if it's not hitting the explore part, the top post of that hashtag, no one's going to fucking see it. So somebody could come out today with very revealing information of, let's say, voter fraud. You would never fucking know if it doesn't make that hashtag, if it doesn't make the top of that hashtag ranking. It's that algorithm. Especially this is how they control the people who get their information from the internet and social media, and the news is how they control people who get their information from sitting on the couch and watching TV. This is how it happens. But I got the Instagram pulled up, and the page I'm on is Miss Angela Stanton King. Shout out to her, man. I wish she could have won her seat in Congress, but it's all good. But she has quite a few clips of voter fraud that has been taking place around the country. We have a video here from Delaware County. Let's watch. You might be wondering what's going on here. Let's pay attention to this. Filling out ballots, stamping and dating it. Stamping and dating it. Let's see. Does it move up and down? Just your boy down here. That's fraud. Filling in ballots for someone else, or multiple ballots. That's voter fraud. And that's Delaware County, Pennsylvania. Not sure where that is. Don't really care. But yeah, so okay. This was just me pressing on something on a hashtag to see if it was showed on here. As you can see, it only shows top posts for this. This is just Biden campaign. And let's see what you see. You see Trump, Ice Cube, Trump, Biden. Recent posts for all hashtags are temporarily hidden to help prevent the spread of possible false information and harmful content related to the election. So you know what that is, huh? You just know Instagram. Anyway, so the old lucky YouTube search engine, biggest search engine in the world, next to Google. So how I did this: if you're going to try to find updated videos of anything having to deal with this election or voter fraud, this is what you need to do. You go to YouTube and you search for some shit. You make sure that video is for either today or the last hour. That's what you need to do, because that's gonna give you your best chance before YouTube reads the video, watches the video, catches the video, and then deletes the shit. That's what you need to do. So that's what I did. Typed in voter fraud. This is for today. Yeah, so I got quite a few videos pulled up, so we gonna watch this one. That looks like someone is filling out a ballot. And another one. Oh, that's in Pennsylvania. Oh, with a cop right there. Oh, this. We'll go the rest of the video. So yeah, we seen that. Wait, let's rewind that. Let's see. County of Delaware, Pennsylvania. Yeah. That's not okay, Delaware. So, video voter fraud, November 5th. Let's see. So, what it looks like, people are trying to watch these people count and they can't see. Oh, this is in Detroit, where...
For those of you who don't know, those people that are being locked out are people that are there to make sure that your vote is counted and your information isn't stolen. And Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok are deleting posts that have those videos in them. Thankfully though, they can't delete all the posts. And just like y'all wanted to take Trump to court in 2016 if he won, we will be taking Biden to court. People that are there to make sure that your vote is counted and your information isn't stolen. And Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok are deleting posts that have those videos in them.
I will agree with that. Let me say this. I really don't be agreeing with Trump supporters. This ain't no telling what you actually support. But that information is quite accurate. It's a lot of information suppression happening on social media.
Thankfully though, they can't delete all the posts. And just like y'all wanted to take Trump.
Okay.
Good morning. I'm Chris Fidel. I'm going to give my account what happened. I was here, actually been here for quite a bit, and was here with members of the Trump campaign, and came in a media capacity to obtain content information on election night, and unfortunately was stereotyped in that regard, and you can take for that what you may, and was not able to obtain any type of access by any means, and got a little bit, I guess you can say assertive or aggressive is the word, so to speak, and the question was asked at 1:30 in the morning, why are you here? And our response was, well, it's election night. That's why we're here, and you guys are obviously counting ballots. And it was unique because they said they had an hour and a half left of counting to do, and an official came out who was kind and asked us to sign documents, and a few moments later we were asked to leave. Well, I find it ironic we were asked to leave within 10 to 12 minutes when they said they had an hour and a half of counting left to do. And clearly that was an attack I think, on any type of conservative media or any individual or entity that wanted to have access and cover. And we find it very unique that other outlets are able to have full access, but we were not given any type of access whatsoever.
I'm gonna just pause that right there. I don't need to confirm this man's information. You heard it out his fucking mouth. But let's just look at the fucking video. You got, what is this? NBC, I believe. ABC right here. And whatever the fuck this Action News is. That's just 3 separate news broadcast channels that hopefully should have featured this man's story. Did you hear this shit? Did you hear this before it was featured in this video? I just want to know. I'm not going to say you did or didn't. I just want to know. Did you? You answered the question.
And they question the validity of my background, any type of media, any type of experience whatsoever. So that was my personal account, and that's it.
Gave us mail-in ballots, and despite the fact that there are examples of thousands of ballots being mailed across this valley in trash cans in apartment buildings, people getting as many as 18 ballots to their homes, we knew these rolls were unclean, and we were told that signatures would save us from all fraud. But to date, we still have not been able to observe these signatures or meaningfully challenge a single mail-in ballot out of hundreds of thousands of casts. We firmly believe that there are many voters in this group of mail-in people that are not proper voters. In the last many days, we have received reports of many irregularities across the valley. We believe that there are dead voters that have been counted. We are also confident that there are thousands of people whose votes have been counted that have moved out of Clark County during the pandemic. Today, we have a voter.
I will say, that do sound like a little kind of far-fetched, but who knows how far willing people are willing to go. So
Jill Stokey, who was denied access to vote. She showed up to vote, and she was told someone had already cast her ballot, and she was denied the opportunity to vote. We are filing in federal district court here in Las Vegas. We're asking for emergency relief, TRO, and injunctive relief. We're asking the judge to, due to all of these irregularities, to not being allowed to check the Harry Reid machine recklessly threw ballots into the mail. Versus legal vote country.
We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
Shit going on.
It's gonna be like this.
So this is what we're seeing with Wisconsin and Michigan. That's a pretty big spike overnight. Look at that, just slightly going over the Republicans. And mind you, look at these, slightly going over the Republicans.
Okay.
It's gonna be like this.
So this is what we're seeing with Wisconsin.
Let me pause that here. If y'all don't already know this, I do not have a TikTok. I had one, got rid of it. I found out it's a Chinese-based company. I stopped fucking with it. Ain't no telling what else is from China. Who the fuck knows? I tried to re-download it because I learned TikTok is being used anyway, and I would get the best out of it if I can, but I don't know how to use the shit no more. So I no longer have a TikTok again. But this is some shit I would have missed because I didn't know this is the type of shit that's going on. But this is what I was talking about. I didn't see this video. None of these videos I've watched yet. But you see just where this man is pointing at. That out of nowhere, Wisconsin and Michigan turned the fuck up in the Democrats. Vert. Not, you see how everything is curving over. This shit went straight up. Doesn't that shit look weird? You telling me, and because I don't know about Wisconsin, I kindly don't give a fuck. because I've never been there. It's probably cold, and I don't like the cold. But Michigan, a place where the man definitely helped your industry, and y'all telling me y'all didn't vote for the man, or y'all really fucked with Biden that much? I don't believe it.
And Michigan. That's a pretty big spike overnight. Look at that, just slightly going over the Republicans. And mind you, look at these numbers. Before Biden had 1.992 million, and Trump had 2.200 million.
Y'all see the numbers. Trump had, we just gonna say 2.2 million. Biden had 1.9 million.
After the night, Trump still had 2.200 million.
And this is what the fuck I just said. Did y'all notice that his numbers didn't change? And I was talking about the Electoral College. I didn't know about the actual fucking votes. I didn't know anything about the actual individual vote numbers, because that's not what's important here. We all know that's not what the fuck is important. The Electoral College is what's really important. But his numbers didn't change. He still has 2.2 million. Joe Biden went from 1.9 to 2.1.
And Biden all of a sudden had 2.130 million. So how can Michigan find 140,000 random votes just for Biden?
It might be me, but I feel like all of this shit happened between the hours of 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or midnight, Pacific Coast, and I'm gonna say 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or 6 a.m. Pacific Coast. I think all of this shit happened in between then, where nobody just knew what the fuck was going on because everyone was asleep. You wouldn't have known any of this. You would have woke up to this shit just like I did and wondered, wow, this nigga Trump's numbers didn't change at all, but Biden is booming out of nowhere.
Out of 140,000 mail-in ballots.
And listen, if you a street nigga, you know somebody booming out of nowhere, they probably up to some shit that they probably shouldn't be up to. Let's just be real. In any sense of booming out of nowhere, you know that ain't you, bro.
Single one was for Trump. And with Arizona at the start, Biden was leading with more than 200,000 votes, with 73% reporting. With 84% reporting, Biden's lead has been cut to 93,500. That's voter fraud, by the way. And the frauds?
He gonna have to run that back because he lost me. When Fox called Arizona for Biden was leading more than 2,000 votes with only 73% in. And that's 9:15 at 11 on 11/4/20.
100,000 votes with 73% reporting. With 84% reporting, Biden's lead has been cut to 93,500. That's voter fraud, by the way. And the fraud starts. What do y'all think?
I don't get it.
This is not good.
So I went to go try to vote yesterday, and when I got there, they told me I'd already voted by absentee ballot. And I told them, no, this is my first time trying to vote in this election. And at that point, they told me I had to do a provisional ballot, and it would be sent into a committee who would review it and decide whether or not I actually did send an absentee ballot.
That's doing a lot. It seemed like a long process. I wonder how many other people they did like this.
And that wouldn't happen until after the election. So I don't know if my vote will be counted or if it...
Okay, I thought it was just me. In this, overnight, Biden gets 158,000 votes and Trump gets 0. Biden wins Arizona and Wisconsin when they didn't count all the ballots that were from major Trump counties. Yeah, that is real fucking strange. I'm trying to tell you, I didn't know that he was getting 0 actual popular votes. Like, I didn't know he was not getting any of those. I was just paying attention to the Electoral College. That shit is weird. If y'all have not been noticing that, like, bro, this is the most weirdest shit that's been going on past Corona. Corona's weird, bro, but this something else. Alright, on to the next vid.
But you know what's crazy? I can attest to this right now. And
I don't know this nigga.
anybody wants
Never
to
seen
argue
this
this
man's
fact,
page, but go
I'm
follow
ready,
this nigga's
because
page, whoever
I just
he is, if
voted
it sounds good
twice.
to you. John Talks.
I just voted twice. So if I just voted twice, how many times do you think anybody else can vote?
Well, first off, I'm gonna say, bro, you shouldn't admit to voter fraud. That's bad. But he's making a very good point. If he was able to successfully vote twice, think how many other people did it. Think how many other people might have advised other people to do it.
You know, sitting here all day or whatever. I mean, I can't say who and what and where, but I just voted twice. So let me let John Nungerson know he got my vote twice. But that's the problem here. There's a problem with the city elections here. The city election board calling out Al Schmidt, city commissioner's office.
So this
I
coming out of
just
Philly.
voted twice. Fraud alert.
That's coming out of Philadelphia, which is currently still being counted right now. This is coming out of fucking Philly, bro. As of this video, man, I'm recording this shit at 11:14 a.m. Friday, November 6th, 2020. This is happening currently. Alright, I've seen enough. What is this? Next video. Let's see who this is. Oh, another guy.
At this time, I'm asking
Same guy.
Mr. Daniel Sims to allow these 19 people in so that they can assist with the counting, just as the Democrats are in counting. Now, Mr. Sims has said that there are COVID rules that he cannot break, and therefore he's not allowing these people in. If that is the case, let's take 10 or 12 or 15 Democrats out and let 10 or 12 or 15 or 19 Republicans in. These fine people have been on a rooftop in the sun. They are well-behaved, well-groomed, all cooperative and patient. And they merely want their opportunity.
I'm gonna pause it there. So from what it looks like, and if I had to assume, this is probably Detroit from the title of the video. Detroit is what they say a Democratic city in a Republican state. But I'm guessing according to this information now, it's no longer a Republican state. But they're not allowing, I guess, Republican people to go in and watch the people count or help count. And from what it sounds like, all the counters happen to be Democratic people or anybody that isn't Republican. That's what I'm going to assume. But more on the video.
Opportunity to help count and watch the counting. And everyone in this country now knows that overnight 200,000 votes were suddenly appeared in the city of Detroit. That's a lot of counting.
You hear what he said, man. 2,000 votes suddenly appeared out of nowhere overnight in Detroit.
And if there's 19 Democrats down there that are counting, it's only fair that 19, now the number looks to be about 25, should be permitted to go down and count just like the Democrats. So I'm asking you, Mr. Daniel Sims, please allow these Michigan residents to come in at this time. It's now 3:26 p.m. and many of them be up here 2 hours. I called them and I asked them to come up. And they took days out of their working.
Just ask yourself, why wouldn't you allow this to happen? For what reasons? Let's just go over some silly reasons. These people might beat you up, or they might get violent, or might be chaotic. If that is the case, are there not police officers there? are there not people there who are willing to serve and protect? So realistically, why wouldn't you allow this to happen when this would give you no excuse for the other side to say no shit like, yeah, bro, you're committing voter fraud, when it's all in the pudding, when they witnessed it too, and let this man Joe win fair and square, if that is the case. That's not the case.
Schedule. They took a half day, a day, to assist with the democracy of this country. And now 24 hours.
No. Another 135 from
no clue how many people
not
in there.
neither party, which consists of.
We've watched people leave and they do not let anyone back in.
They should come out. They should come out. They should come out, and it should be Democrats versus Republicans counting. It should be an even tally. Don't you agree?
Of course, of course. All right, I'm going to end this video now because I want to bring...
I'll be giving my instructions.
Were you told not to let this particular group in?
There's 3 people that can go in because us 3 are coming out, so 3 people can go in. How about that?
He hasn't been doing that.
No.
Whoever comes out, he doesn't let people in. We're not keeping track of who's coming and going.
Just like them in counting ballots, they're not keeping track. They have no clue how many people are in there and coming. They have no clue. There's more Democrats in there, I'm going to tell you right now.
That's what we were told.
Mr. Sims, you mentioned COVID rules. Can you just tell us what COVID rules you're...
She said it right there, and she inside the building. She knows for a fact, as you can see, she is inside the fucking building. They're complaining that they can't get in there, and all the people who are in there have been in there. And if they leave, they don't even let them back in. So, with that being said, she said there is more Democratic people in there than Republicans, for sure. As if, like, overwhelming amount.
Referring to?
No comment.
I'm asking you a third time. Will you let these people in? They've been sitting...
That's the third, fourth, or fifth time. Still, and we all say yes, no comment.
Again, there's 25 people up here on the roof of a building. Would you let them in?
I ain't gonna lie, man. Your boy is sheep. I could just tell by looking at the man. I'm gonna have to put this bad boy on the chart. Oh, could you hand me my book bag, please? But as you can see, black dude, he trying to play it smooth, pleading the fifth, no comment. He probably getting paid by somebody to sit there and do nothing, or I'm assuming that he's trying to do whatever for the Democratic Party to happen, because he's probably thinking, like most typical black people, that the Democratic side is the right side. And I hope that's not the case, my brother. I really hope somebody just paying you and you doing it for the bread because your family need it or something, not because you actually are idiotic enough to believe the shit. Oh yeah, we in there. But I'm really hoping that's not the case. So, but yeah, man, karma gonna come back. It's gonna come back for you, bro. So, what else? And just so you know, that video came out November 5th. I don't know when, but that was yesterday. So what's this? Michigan poll record
in front of the polling center where they're counting the votes, where people looks on the top of the table, and a handful of people are looking through, and there's supposed to be 5 people there. There's not 5 people. Sometimes there's only 3 people. So when people are taking pictures of this, okay.
This is from the same YouTube dude that I've been for the last 2 videos, John Talks. I've never followed him. I don't subscribe to him, but it looked like some decent content. Go follow, subscribe, whatever the fuck you want to do. Let's watch.
In front of the polling center where they're counting the votes, where people are just dumping piles and piles of tablets on the top of the table, and a handful of people are looking through, and there's supposed to be 5 people there. There's not 5 people. Sometimes there's only 3 people. So when people are taking pictures of this, they're taking...
So let's pause. Looks like a man who just came out of there, like he was already assisting, and now he's giving this information. Michigan poll worker exposed voter fraud. This is what he's describing his experience.
It's on the top of the table, and a handful of people are looking through, and there's supposed to be 5 people there. There's not 5 people. Sometimes there's only 3 people. So when people are taking pictures of this, they're taking big cardboard pieces of paper and holding them up so you can't see what's going on inside. It's complete chaos, but most importantly, they don't tell us how many GOP people are in there. They're only going by the register that people sign in this morning. Nobody was told to sign out when you leave. So it's
so they won't let any GOP people in because the GOP...
Do y'all see how chaotic this is being described. They're not letting people take pictures, and just so you know, constitutionally, you have the right to see how your vote is counted and the privacy of your information. You don't want people stealing your information, because they do have that when you go vote. So you have the right to observe that shit. So when you got confused and like not allowing niggas to take pictures or being able to see, or shit just being in mystery of who the fuck is in there, but you are aware of who's Democratic, but you're not aware of who's like that, that's kind of weird. I don't have to keep going. Like, you can hear what this man is saying. You know this shit would be confusing to you. And I'm telling you, I worked in this shit before. In high school. I worked there. I did this shit in my local community. I know where people could fuck up and get away with shit at. Because I remember working there during Obama getting elected for his second term, and I was fucking geeked. And ain't no telling what type of fucking fraud could have took place there. I wouldn't have known.
We're not told to sign out.
Exactly.
That's the scam.
This is not a fair election.
Whoa.
This is a joke. This is bullying. This is intimidation. This is steal the election already in Canada. I'm sorry. I hope you understand.
So I just grabbed one box. It's 500 names of people that are not on the register. They're not on the supplement list.
Were you in there?
She was in there this morning. No, I've been in there all day. I just left.
And so why won't they let anybody interview?
Their capacity. They said there's capacity. In the morning, you could just walk right in. So I trained and walked right in.
Because of COVID, they're saying capacity?
We all have masks on.
No,
we'll put our masks on.
I think it's they don't, the poll workers
They
don't
wanna
like us
see
there.
it.
And they're very rude,
But you're allowed legally to go. It doesn't say there's
Yeah, that's why we have the Supreme Court order.
Yeah.
You're not to let us in the building?
And they're dragging luggage, they're dragging bags, they're dragging igloos, like ice chests. They're there doing 5 to 6 hour shifts, and yeah, I mean they were taking those items in with them into the clear glass windowed room to the back, and that's the.
Listen, I know what y'all thinking. It's probably the voter machines, the shit like that. It's not. I know it's not, because they travel in way different cases than that, and they're plastic cases with plastic handles that you carry. The reason I know this, because I put them in my fucking car when I had to go drive them to the place that counted everything. I don't know what the fuck you want to call it, the count center. I was in a small place where they had the polls where we put the machines up, people voted, we closed the machines, bag them up, and fold them up, grab the handles, put them in the fucking car, and then you drive to the big vote center where everybody collects this shit. That's not it. That's luggage. That's extra. Wagons, suitcases, coolers roll into Detroit voting center. These battleground states. Yo. Some weird shit going on. We don't know what the fuck is about to happen, man. If Joe Biden wins, I'm gonna put it like this, dog. The man did not deserve it. And that's simply based off all of this fraud shit. Honestly, in a perfect world, I would say scrap everything and spend the next 2 weeks making everybody re-vote. And then only pay attention to those votes. But we know that's not the case. So be prepared for a lot of fucking confusion, a lot of chaos, a lot of bullshit going on. And pay attention. Pay attention to the discrepancies. I say this shit all the time. Pay attention to the different information people are feeding you. It's on purpose. Misinformation is on purpose. But yeah, man. Y'all like what I've been doing here, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Oh yeah, man, hold up. Let me do this the right way. Alright, let me do this the right way. I got some merch I made. Yeah, sorry, this sun is bright. I don't know if you can. Bad angle. But Pablo Gray Brands, I Am One. Got the Ankh, Eye of Horse, Eye of Ra, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. I mean, it does, but. Got hoodies, got hats, all different colors. If you fuck with your boy that much, comment or DM me on any of the social platforms. They're around the video. And let me know what you want, the size, and I'll put you in a pre-order. I'm gonna try to do it before Black Friday. If you haven't followed me on social media, then I'm gonna explain it to them like I did them. I was not planning on selling this shit, but a lot of people liked what I made and want to purchase, so I told them before Black Friday, they pre-order. You can get these hoodies for $25, and the hats, you will get them half off for $7, meaning they're $14. Anytime after Black Friday, these will be $35. Hoodies will be $35. Hats will still be $14. You only get them half off when you pre-order a hoodie. But yeah, go look on my Instagram and you'll see all the different colors, all the flavors. But yeah, pay attention to that election shit. Thank you.